Hey, just take the easy way and dry brush me. It doesn't have to be all crazy. Just dry brush me. No, do layering and highlighting and make him look real good, you know? The good way, not the bad way. Don't listen to him. He's a fool. You know, plus, I look good dry brush. Plus, everybody knows green's the color of evil. I don't think that's true. Hello and welcome to another episode of Blastercated Painting. Today we're going to be painting Abomination from Marvel Crisis Protocol by Atomic Mass Games. We're going to do a super easy paint job, mostly dry brushing, to do this miniature because it's a great miniature. I've seen a lot of people do contrast paints on him because I guess he's a good candidate for that with scales and all that. But we're going a different route. We're going dry brushing, so get out your makeup brushes because we need a good dry brush for this. So we gave the miniature a overall spray of like a dark olive color. That's our base, and we are moving on to Imperial Navy, and this is just gonna go on his little underwear pants, his little Speedo that he's dressed up in. All right, with just Imperial Navy on there. Then we're going to take some Payne's gray here, and this is going to go on his belt. I don't know why he needs a belt to hold up a Speedo, but it doesn't matter. This is what we're doing. Is it like there's just so many superheroes that are just wearing underwear? It's a lot of I don't know. See, there's a lot of connections between superheroes like comic books and professional wrestling. Now we're taking some angel green. That's going to be our base undercolor here for our green. And this is going on all of the areas that aren't getting the gray. So the gray is just the scales on his back and his arms, and then green everywhere else. So if you actually look at the box art for the character, which we're going to kind of skew towards, but not exactly, everything's green, except for the scales on the top of his head and his shoulders and his back. So, yeah. I'm not sure why the leg scales aren't gray, but anyway, that's fine. It's not my choice. Next, we're taking some dark neutral gray here, and this is going on all these scale areas. So we can go right up to the angel green. If we go over a little bit, it's okay. We're going to fix all that when we do our dry brushing. But we're just getting our base colors down on the miniature, just blocking in those main colors. And the Pro Acryl and Army Painter Fanatic paints are really good at going over a dark color. So these paints really make this pretty easy. Now would be a good time to mention that you should subscribe to the channel. So please do that down below. Next, we're taking some Army green here. We're going to get out our dry brush, and this is going on all the areas that are green. Now, if we get this onto any of the gray areas, that's fine. The dry brush is going to sort of blend those colors together for us. So we'll do our lighter colors first. Next, we're taking Necrotic Flesh, and we're just going over what we just did with the Army Green. So now we're bringing up that color again with the dry brush and blending it into the gray and into the Army Green, and this ends up looking really good. And the importance here of using a makeup brush or a good dry brush like Artist Opus or something like that. Yeah, dry brushing when I first started miniature painting was kind of frowned upon. Not frowned upon, but just like, I don't think it was taken seriously because it did look very grainy. The makeup brushes that they have now and the particularly made dry brush that they have now really make things a lot easier. And don't forget to not use it completely dry. You want to dab it, just dab it in some moisture. So I just put some water on a paper towel and dab it in there and then bring it off, and that helps smooth your dry brushing. That's from Artist Opus, who you guys should check out. Pretty good stuff. Next, we're taking some deep gray here, and this is just our first dry brush up on all of the gray areas. So again, just go through, bring it up. Makeup brush makes it really easy, and it's okay if we get it on the green and those colors sort of blend together over top of each other, that's alright. Then we're going to take some ash gray here, and we're going to do the same thing we just did on the gray, bringing it all up. Same thing. I mean, it becomes repetitive, but that's kind of what painting is sometimes. It's just doing the same things over and over. Next, we're taking some silver gray here, and same thing. We're just going to go through and bring up that gray more. So this is a really light one. We're just kind of catching the edges of things. Almost looks like an edge highlight, but without any of the hard labor or intensive focus. Now we're going to take some strong skin shade and some Speedpaint Medium. We're going to thin it down, and this is going to go over the entire miniature that we just did. I know that might seem counterintuitive, but it's going to work out in the end, trust me. And you want to make sure it doesn't pool up too much, just wick it away if it does. Next, we're taking some Autumn Sage. This is a really cool color that I'm probably not going to have a lot of use for. But anyway, it's useful here. And we're going to dry brush up all the green again. So we've got that wash in the recesses. We've got all our colors that we've layered up with our dry brush. And now we're just bringing up our final light color of the green. Next, we're grabbing some ash gray here. And we're doing, yep, same thing we just did with the Autumn Sage. That last layer up, that last dry brush up on all that gray. Just giving it a little bit of pop since we knocked it all back with that wash. Next, we're taking some pale gray and we're going to use this on his teeth and his finger and toenails. So just go in, be careful, get a little brush, knock those teeth out and the toenails. Next, we're taking some Demonic Yellow here, and we're just going to dot in his eyes. This is easier on a bigger miniature because his eyes are quite a bit more pronounced. Now, we didn't film it because it was just an easy step. Some of the dry brushing got on his underwear and his underwear belt, so just take your original colors, go through, and just block those in again. And last but not least, we're taking some Gunmetal, and we're just going to do his underwear belt buckle, and with that, we'll do the base, and he is all finished up. Now, I'm really happy with how he turned out. He doesn't have to be super complicated. He's one of those miniatures that you could do a lot of layering and highlighting, like I did for my Immortal Hulk video before. I just didn't really feel the need to do that. I wanted to do a very simple technique that you guys could do and still looks really good, in my opinion, for whatever that's worth. And we want to thank our Patreon supporters, Charming Grenade, Richie Fender, and LK. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. It is December, so I have a bunch of stuff coming this month, I hope. I'm just trying to get a couple things finished, and then I can hopefully put out some more videos than usual. That's the plan. We'll see, because it's like, you know, one of the busiest months of the year. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff, and you guys have a great day. I wish I had funny things to say about Abomination, but he's just a giant monster that smashes stuff and fights another giant monster that smashes stuff. I don't know, there's not a lot of depth there. Not a lot of depth to mine. Although there probably is, but I don't know anything really about the character. I just like him because he's a giant monster that smashes stuff.